Thank you very much for joining me on this Sunday. Meteorologist Brian Shields watching Sean developing in the Atlantic and a double hit over toward Mexico with two systems that will be rolling in, plus Aruba, Curacao, back through Jamaica, Cayman Islands. We've gotten some rain. We have more rain on the way. I want to break that down for you. So here's what's going on with Sean. Sean is going to develop a high chance of development coming off the coast of Africa. Now, fortunately, this time of year, systems develop out there, and there's not as many out there. We get the fronts that are coming across, they dig down deeper, and they're going to be able to grab this one and spin this away. This time of year, we look a little bit closer to home for development. So Sean looks to develop, but again, that will swing out to sea. But I'll, of course, monitor for any changes. Weather can change, and I'll watch out for that. Now, let me show you what's going on right now. So here we are across the Caribbean. We get back through the Gulf, and as we look toward Aruba, Curacao, Bonaire, we've had some showers and storms the last few days. I've been talking about the uptick in the rain chance, and we've had some of those thunderstorms around. Still keeping an eye on not just some rain nearby this morning, but also some thunderstorms. You see those little yellow dots? I know they're small to see, but those are some lightning strikes. That's why I'm showing you this, kind of diving down into that. Now, as we swing back toward the Dominican Republic, Haiti, over toward even the Turks and Caicos, Southern Bahamas, Cuba, Cayman Islands, and we get back through Jamaica, spotty showers around. You may be headed out to a church this morning. We do have a few of those scattered showers. And then as we swing across Mexico, a double situation. We have Tropical Depression 16, and there is Lidia out there. So a TD 16 over here, right here, this is Lidia. Lidia is intensifying. It is going to get stronger. It is going to work its way near the Gulf of California, Baja California, and work its way in. I'm going to track that. I'm going to zoom down for you, and I want to show you the winds on this. Plus, we've got this area out here. So two systems of track sliding into Mexico. And yes, this moisture here is what will be feeding back into the Gulf of Mexico as we get through the week ahead. This is the coast of Africa, by the way. This blob here that is already trying to develop, that is what will become Sean as we go throughout the week, but that should be making its curve and swinging out to sea. So let me start with a broader picture, then zoom down into Mexico, then zoom down closer to, say, Jamaica, Cayman Islands as we get back through the Caribbean, watching over toward Trinidad and Tobago. Now, on the broad picture, I'm going to zoom down into these in a second. This is what's going on in Mexico. Lots of stuff working in. Now, just on the flip side of that, that is going to feed a lot of moisture in the Gulf. Like I was mentioning yesterday, I'm not seeing signs of development, but I'm going to keep an eye on that in the Gulf. Hopefully, we just get some much needed rain, parts of Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. But you see this slug of moisture. This is by the middle of the week. I'll keep an eye out to see if anything does try to spin up here. But as of now, not seeing any organized development, but there'll be some areas of flooding. So I'm watching the Gulf very carefully. Now, I'm going to dive into the Caribbean in a second, but let me swing back here, watching this twin systems. Now, one is weaker. That is Tropical Depression 16 that will work its way in. But this here's Cabo San Lucas, La Paz. So you have the Baja California, Gulf of California here, Puerto Vallarta over toward Guadalajara. And look at this moving in. This will move in most likely as a strong tropical storm or a hurricane. Mudslides, a high potential right through here. This is by the time we get into Tuesday. Conditions go downhill late Monday. Then into Tuesday, this works in. And this gets tied. So again, watching the flood threat in Mexico. So please get the word out about this because we have two systems working in. And then there's that moisture. This is by late on Tuesday. That will feed in over toward the Gulf. Now, Lidia is going to fall apart because of the high terrain. Sometimes you get a system that crosses over from the Pacific into the Atlantic Basin, and if a circulation remains, it would keep its name. But at this point, again, Lidia is going to fall apart. But I'll keep an eye on any redevelopment in the Gulf going forward. So this is Lidia here. Here is TD 16. So watching out the southwest coast of Mexico, and again, we hit that high terrain so quickly. Look at the winds in this. You see the white shading. So we're talking about winds of 50 miles per hour to 80 kilometers an hour. But then there's red popping up here. This is by Tuesday midday. The red near hurricane force winds of 110 kilometers an hour or 70 miles per hour. So yes, there's going to be some wind damage. The biggest issue will be that mudslide threat, life-threatening flooding in parts of Mexico. So again, thank you for getting the word out about this. Here's the track on this. Again, a tropical storm now, Lidia, then becoming a hurricane, and then it will be working in, especially as we get through the day on Tuesday, and then eventually diminishing. It will diminish pretty quickly because of the interaction with land as we work our way into Tuesday night. And then this is Tropical Depression 16. It will get a name and then work its way in. Tropical storm warnings are out for the southwest coast right now of Mexico. So 2 systems moving in there. That's why we're going to see the increased moisture over toward the Gulf of Mexico. Now, increased moisture watching over toward Jamaica, Cayman Islands. I'm going to zoom down with the rain totals in a second. Spotty shower, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Lucia, Barbados, Montserrat, Saba as we go throughout the day. Now, again, if you do get storms, they could be strong. Flipping over into tomorrow, you see the extra rain here. That's what I was talking about. Not all of us get it in Jamaica. It's not this massive blob of rain, but where we get it, we're going to see some stronger storms. Costa Rica and Panama, high chance of rain, especially Costa Rica as well tomorrow. Watching out for the flood threat. Scattered showers and storms, Guatemala and El Salvador. And working our way into Tuesday, spotty shower in Anguilla, Antigua, and Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis. But here's some of that extra rain. Cuba, still near the Dominican Republic, Haiti, Jamaica. Belize, scattered storms, but not a lot. More so right here as we work our way into Tuesday. So that's kind of the hot spot. Still some spots could get this white shading here, which would be in Jamaica for 3-day rain totals, 100 millimeters or 4 inches of rain. That'll lead to isolated flooding. If you get those big time downpours, we're going to watch out for some flooding across Jamaica. Got you covered. Same thing toward the Cayman Islands. Total should be a little bit less, but we could get a few spots in this purple shading to pink shading, upwards of 75 millimeters of rain or 3 inches of rain. Not for all of us in the Cayman Islands, but definitely the possibility of some of the street flooding. So I'll be watching this. Now, let me talk about the new names on the list. We have a new list to go to. I want to show you that in a second, or potentially go to. Here are the names as far as the Atlantic Basin, Gulf of Mexico, Caribbean, and the Atlantic Ocean. Sean is what is forming out there. Now, once Sean forms, only 3 names on the list. If we get through that, there's a secondary list that kicks in. So if we get a few more names, Adria, Brayland, so and you get down as we go forward. A few years ago, it used to be the Greek alphabet we used to fall back on, but now it is a secondary list of names. So we may see this list. Hopefully not, but we're getting closer to that list. Eastern Pacific side, we have a secondary, or another list, not secondary, but Lidia, that's the name there. In Tropical Depression 16, it looks like it will become max. It hasn't been as active in the Eastern Pacific side. Now, watching out for that flood threat in Jamaica today, as I mentioned. Isolated areas of flooding the next couple of days, 40 to 50% chance of the scattered showers and storms through the Cayman Islands. Trinidad and Tobago, as I was showing you, just a passing shower today. Rain chance goes up, though, as we get into the upcoming week. We'll see a better chance of scattered showers and storms, Port of Spain, as that week goes on. 20% chance the next couple days in Grenada, very limited chance. 10 to 20% chance in Barbados. It will pick up as the week goes on. I'll be watching more tropical moisture getting closer, holding on to a 20% chance as we get toward St. Lucia, St. Vincent, the Grenadines, 20 to 30% chance the next couple days, 20 to 30% chance over toward Guadalupe. Today, quick little passing shower, Dominica, that would be it. Rain chance will bump up slowly throughout the week. Same thing in Martinique, passing shower chance. Puerto Rico, spotty storm. One could be strong, but there's not a lot of rain, but you could still get a few strong storms, and it is going to be hot. A lot of us have still been very, very hot, of course. U.S. and British Virgin Islands, limited chance of rain. 20% chance the next couple days, Antigua and Barbuda. 20% chance the next 2 days, St. Kitts and Nevis, Montserrat. 30% chance by Tuesday. Limited rain chance in Anguilla, 10% chance, 20 to 30% chance the next few days. St. Martin, Saba, Statia could see that passing shower. 40% chance the next few days in Belize. So as I mentioned, some scattered showers and storms. Belize City over toward Hopkins, Bahamas, spotty showers and storms around north, central, southern Bahamas. 20 to 30% chance the next few days. Isolated showers and storms, Yucatan of Mexico. We get over toward western Mexico. That's where we have the big issues with those double systems moving in, 2 systems moving in. Couple passing showers nearby this morning in the Turks and Caicos. May get a few. Haiti, a 50% chance, watching the river crossings for some of that flooding. 40% chance in the Dominican Republic. 20 to 30% chance the next couple days in Cuba. Spotty showers and storms. 30% chance in Aruba, so it's still generally the elevated chance. Best chance will be over the next 4 to 6 hours. As I showed you earlier, we have some scattered showers and storms around near Aruba, Curacao and Bonaire. So at least that rain chance is staying around over the next few days. Bermuda will pick up by the time we get into Tuesday. And as I showed you earlier, around Costa Rica, we're going to see that flood threat. It is higher, and it will be higher over the next couple of days. 40% chance today in northern Venezuela, 30% chance tomorrow. As we get toward Guyana, rain chance not super high, would be a passing shower, and in Suriname, mainly dry conditions. So it is busy out there now on both sides. So isolated flooding with the storms. We covered that. Lidia will be moving into Mexico, as will Tropical Depression 16, which will become max. Increased moisture in the Gulf, watching that for the week ahead. And then Sean forming out there in the Atlantic, but that should curve away. 54 days left in the hurricane season. Excuse the voice. I was doing some basketball coaching yesterday, so I had to yell at some kids. No, only kidding. But the voice is a little bit shot. But thank you for joining me. I hope you have a good rest of your Sunday.